Welcome back to day 2 of the 2016 Spring Split. TSM and Team Liquid are queuing up on stage for our next match, and we'll jump into that in just a minute, but right now, class is in session, so grab your notebooks and prepare to bask in the warm glow of Dyrus' many years of experience. Our first question comes from Bat Gang Cat. Would you ever become a coach or for a team or create your own anytime in the future, and if so, what would you call it?
As you see, while I was a player, I thought about being a coach. I've seen other people as coaches, and I feel like I would have a lot of knowledge to bring. But I feel like if I'm the one in charge, and if I'm the one that's the oldest, I think we're probably screwed. So I'm pretty happy where I am right now. And as for creating a team, how can I manage a team when I need to manage myself first? So that's how I feel.
Fair point. Next up comes from Yamazuya's tweet. Looking back, what would you say was the patch that you had the most fun competitively playing top lane on?
I would have to say Season 4 because that's where most of my success came from. That's when Boy stepped in and, Bjergsen was having like a great season. And it was just really easy for me to play these champions and just win out. Like top lane got more competitive every single year, but the meta just felt great for me. And it kind of got worse towards the end of the year when I started to play against international players who played like Rise. We saw Looper of Singe, the Maokai. Like, it just got boring to play these champions over and over again. But other than that, it was great.
All right, and finally, our last question from Twirlwall, who writes, with such a long LoL career, what was your favorite moment in professional play overall?
Season 4 playoffs against CLG when they had Dexter on the team. It was a game where I was Mundo, and they had Dexter on Nocturne. Reggie loves to think of all these crazy strategies like, what if support ran TP? I could TP top and gank lane. But he thought of a level 1 strategy where I just go down middle at 1:30 seconds, go through the middle of the brush, walk into the red because you see in the past games they don't ward certain spots, and just solo the red as Mundo. And I was so happy. That was like the happiest moment of my entire career, but no one ever noticed it. So
it was just a completely ignored moment.
Yeah.
But you know. You know. And now we know. And I'll have to go back and watch it so that I can bask in that glory.
I actually have one last question here for you, Dyrus. Duo?
Keith?
Duo?
Yeah, man.
I guess that's a no. I guess that's a no, Zyrene.
If it's a no,
you don't make the grade.
Unlucky, man.
Very unlucky. Well, it's time to get back onto the riff for our next bout, TSM versus Team Liquid. And starting with TSM, expectations were through the roof, with a lot of people putting them at the top of their preseason power rankings. And even though they lost to CLG, it still looked like they put up a pretty good fight.